while shopping for yet another bucket hat, this one for vacation. An elite committee of experts, analysts, and grandfathers fought and toiled and burned the midnight oil to deliver the best segment in all of sports. It's an honor and a privilege. It's time for a 49 days till the start of football season tiers.
Indeed it is. 7 weeks away, kind of to the day. Yeah, 7 weeks to the day
kind of.
until the season starts. We have our first look at the start of 26 tiers, which is different than the end of 25 tiers. End of 25 tiers, at the end of the season, whoever won the Super Bowl always is atop the final
Earn
tiers.
that.
Just one? They only get one time atop?
Sometimes they do, sometimes they
spinning.
don't. Oddly, it seems like the committee has respected the Chiefs championships more than some others, but we'll see.
That's a surprise.
Bottom of the tiers, no teams eliminated.
Shocking.
These teams wish they were already waiting for 2027. Dolphins, Browns, Cardinals, Jets. One of our interns told me I was disrespecting the Jets. I told him, no, I'm not. Dolphins, literally, they're all in on the tank. Browns, you know, they.
You think they are? I mean,
I
see what Shador, Deshaun.
Well, no. I said the Dolphins are all in on the
Right.
tank. The Browns, I think, would like to be pleasantly surprised by Shador doing something, but also because they now have all those extra picks thanks to the Myles Garrett trade and all of it, they're okay with it. Cardinals, to me, are adrift, and the Jets are the Jets. Pick your sleeper. Next tier. One of these 5 teams, I hope we have it.
Oh.
Well, maybe not. Wow. We'll see. Pick your sleeper. It's the Saints, the Titans, the Vikings, the Raiders, and the Giants. The Giants and the Vikings are going to be the popular sleeper teams. They both finished last in their. Oh no, the Vikings, technically did.
They felt like
but
they
they felt like they did.
Detroit was last.
They're going to be so popular that by the time we get around to the season, I don't know if they'll even qualify as sleepers. But in a weird way, the Giants' sleeper status got buttressed today by that terrible John Harbaugh speech that you tweeted out, because I think it took some of the steam off of them.
It's unbelievable.
And then Saints, Titans, Raiders, those are legitimate sleepers.
Do you have the monopoly on the Saints?
Just because Broussard's like Smith in the bio.
Yeah, I mean, I can always claim it if they're good.
No, but you can have them.
Okay.
Yeah,
you can
take
have them.
You
Thinking about
definitely
it.
take 'em, yeah.
All right. This is it's back to football, so remember, Marshall names the tiers.
Of course.
This is one of the meaner tier names, so we'll go quickly on it. Board to tiers. I'm not interested in talking about any of these teams for any more than right there. I know Aaron Rodgers on one of them, don't care. Bryce Young, 98th best player in the league, sweet. Anybody checked on Daniel Jones' Achilles? Do they have a plan otherwise? And
Anthony Richardson still on the team.
QB battle in Atlanta.
Atlanta quarterback
Two
battle. Yeah, there we go. There's our coverage of those 4 teams for the year. Okay. Too many holes. These teams actually, contrary to board to tiers, could be exciting and fun, and particularly on the offensive side of the ball. But I don't know if any of the 3 have an above average offensive line. I don't know if any of the 3 have an above average defense, or maybe mediocre in that. So just too many holes overall on the roster, even if you love Jaden or Baker or Burrow or some of their weapons, too many holes. Should have everything they need. Excellent head coach, check. The great defenses. One great defense, one good defense, check. Chargers, offensive linemen back healthy. Adequate weapons. Fine running games. Question for both these teams is, do they actually have a star quarterback? I think most people right now are very down on C.J. Stroud. Most people, this is just the time of year that most people are the highest on Justin Herbert.
Oh, yeah.
Far enough away from the playoffs and before the games actually start being played.
August is going to get real hot.
Yeah. So if those quarterbacks play well, those teams should be legitimate AFC contenders. We'll see. Certainly enough talent. And these are 3 marquee franchises. Cowboys, Niners, Eagles. You check out our old friends at Our-Lads, their depth charts for these teams. You can't make the argument that they don't have enough firepower on either side of the ball. And shout out to the Cowboys for quickly rebuilding that defense to where the defense, I don't think they'll have a great defense, but I think the defense is going to be good enough to where it's not going to kill them like last year. They certainly, any of these three teams have enough talent. I think wouldn't be crazy at all if any of the three won the NFC. If they made it to the Super Bowl. Obviously, the Eagles and Niners have made it to 4 of the last 7 in the NFC. Cowboys have made it to 0 of the last 30. But they should have maybe the best offense they've ever had. Certainly enough talent. This is going to be controversial here. Don't care. There's no biases here. Sustained success or one-off? Broncos, Jags, Patriots. These teams won 13 or 14 games last year. These teams, 2 of them, the Broncos and Jags, have what I would call polarizing quarterbacks. I don't think Drake May is polarizing at all. I think everybody likes him. And this is the year they can, they don't have to be as good this year, but if they make the playoffs with double-digit wins this year, even as a wild card, then those teams just become stamped as, oh, okay, they're one of the AFC perennial playoff teams to be dealt with. I don't expect all of them to make the playoffs this year. I wouldn't be shocked if 2 of the 3 missed the playoffs this year. I'm not even saying which 2, just 2 of the 3. Any of them that missed the playoffs this year, until further proven otherwise, we'll look at as last year as a one-off. Like, hey, magical year, great, whether it's the number 1 seed for the Broncos, the 13 wins for the Jags, making the Super Bowl for the Patriots. So this year is, a little bit of an inflection point for how nationally we view these 3
totally
AFC
unfair.
teams. No, that's why, and my Jags are on there. The Broncos won the division finally. Your Pats. Bounce back or else. My Chiefs, Ravens. You can miss the playoffs one time. Season from hell. Quarterbacks got hurt. Had, in the Chiefs' case, coming off 3 consecutive 20-plus win seasons or 20-plus game seasons. In the Ravens' perspective, just Harbaugh ran his course. You know what I mean? We needed something else. We needed something new. Throw that season away. Move on.
Yep.
You miss the playoffs again. It's like, oh, okay. Massive overhauls needed. Now, the Ravens already did a minor overhaul by changing the coach. The Chiefs, if they were to miss the playoffs again, would have to really look at how they have built the team. The Ravens, I think there would be a lot of scrutiny, fairly or otherwise, on Lamar, particularly is he getting the new contract? Is he not? All of that. I expect both of these teams to maybe varying levels bounce back. If they don't, it is a changing of the guard in the AFC for sure. NFC North bloodbath. Again, Packers, Bears, Lions. Last year, the Bears won this division. The Packers looked positioned to win this division. Micah went down, and they lost 4 straight games, limped into the playoffs. The Lions, we showed you at the midway point of the season, were the 3rd favorite to win the Super Bowl. Yeah. We showed yesterday. They ended up finishing last in the division. I think all 3 of these teams have good to excellent quarterbacks. I think all 3 of these teams have good to excellent coaches. I think all 3 of these teams have good enough defenses, assuming Micah, comes back at some point looking like Micah Parsons. But man, oh man, going to beat each other up.
Yep.
And that is, that is a major concern. Who's the champ here? Seahawks, Bills. At what point over the last 6 years could I have told you Sam Darnold's going to win a Super Bowl before Josh Allen? Seattle's going to win a Super Bowl, win a Super Bowl before Buffalo gets to a Super Bowl, that you would have believed me. When Russ was finishing his career there, no. When Geno was there, no. When Darnold was bouncing around the league, no. These are 2 of the best teams in the league. It is stunning that the one here that actually has accomplished something, accomplished the biggest thing, is Seattle. Because Darnold and Josh Allen, same draft class. Picks 3 and 6 or 3 and 7. Like, it's unbelievable. It's where they are. I also think going into this year, they're around similar likelihood of winning this year's Super Bowl. But then atop the tiers is the Rams dream team, that doesn't always work out.
Right.
I think they're the best team. I also, and I can't explain it, it's just a gut feeling I have. Adding Aaron Donald is a bad idea.
Wow.
It would feel like it's again.
It's gaining a lot of momentum.
I know it is, and like I said, I can't explain it. It's my job to come on TV and explain things. All I can tell you is my gut feeling is that it would not actually be good for them. And I don't know if it's because he's a few years removed and it's
We don't know how great
he would be, or if it's just it would. You know, the dream team that I'm referencing obviously is the Eagles team from more than 15 years ago. That it was their backup quarterback that coined the phrase the dream team. It was Vince Young. He was like the final added piece, and it's like, wow, but he was the backup quarterback. Still, that didn't go well. I have him atop the tiers, but I think that adding Myles Garrett, we thought they were going to be excellent before they traded for Myles Garrett. Trade for Myles Garrett and add Aaron Donald, I don't know, maybe a little too much.
Just for clarification, we claim Vince Young came up with dream team?
He is the one that called that Eagles team the dream team.
Gotcha.
Obviously, it's the 92 Olympic team.
Yeah.
That's the dream team. But the first time it was used in the NFL parlance was that Eagles team that had Vic, that signed Nnamdi Asomugha, and then Vince Young said it.
Yeah.
Everyone thought they were going to be
Didn't work out.
awesome. They fell on their face. So that's what it is. Yeah. Go ahead.
Well, look, first of all, props to Marshall.
Yeah.
Great job
Did a
with
good
the
job
names.
today, yeah.
The names are always on point.
Yeah, he's great.
The order, though, I go by the order.
Yeah,
Yeah,
of course.
smart.
And so I'm a big believer in the Chargers this year.
What?
Why?
Huh?
I'm going to tell you why. And I'm moving them all the way up to the third tier.
What?
With that crew from the NFC North. Here's why.
When did you become that's Parkins territory.
Believer. I'm an objective analysis.
I know, but just like
I
show-wise,
can't
that's
just
like
look
Parkins
at them,
territory.
But they're a good team. And where's Parkins? Is he here? They're a very good team.
I mean, I guess.
Jim Harbaugh's an excellent coach. Took him from 5 wins to 11 immediately. All right? I love the addition of Mike McDaniel. Look what he did
that's
with
true.
Tua. What do you think he'll do with Justin Herbert?
I don't know. Some
I
people
think a lot.
Tua was taken ahead of Justin Herbert.
I think he's going to do huge things with Justin Herbert. I like the receiving core. As you mentioned, Quentin Johnston, I think is going to take another step under
I hope
McDaniel.
so.
He needs to. I love
Ladd
Ladd
McConkey's
McConkey.
good.
Really good number 2 if Johnson can become that number 1. 2 good running backs. Hampton, Amari Hampton is here. The defense Harbaugh always has them, as a top defense. So I think they're going to be good, so I'm moving them up.
Wow.
And I got a couple of bonus takes.
Bonus takes.
And Nick will I think you will like this one. We'll see. I don't like if the Ravens found themselves standing across the Chiefs in the playoffs,
You wouldn't.
I'd shudder a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No matter how the seasons went.
Of course.
15-2 versus
Yeah.
9-8, I'd be shuddering a little bit. But I like the Ravens. Right now, I like the Ravens versus other teams better than I
You
like
think
the
the
Chiefs
Ravens
versus
deserve
other
to be
teams.
ahead of the Chiefs?
Yes, so I would move the Ravens ahead of the Chiefs. And Seattle, I think, a tad too high. They're a really good team. I just think, Nick, it's hard to even get back to the Super Bowl, let alone win it. They have, and I know you don't have them doing it. You got the Rams ahead of them. But only 3 teams this century have gotten to back-to-back Super Bowls.
One of them
Brady,
was Seattle.
Mahomes, and Seattle with Russell Wilson. But
in their
I'm not
DNA.
sure if I'm ready to give Darnold that credit. So just a little down.
I would feel badly moving Seattle too far down.
No, they
won
deserve
the
a little
Super Bowl.
love.
And it
They
wasn't
deserve some
like
love, but I don't think they're going to win it again.
crazy thing that they won the Super Bowl. They were unbelievable during the regular season.
Yeah.
Got the number
So
one
you think they're going to win it again?
No, I'm
saying
saying I can't move
Where do
them
they
further
deserve
down.
to be?
I'm not moving them
Just,
behind the Packers.
Just slightly. Just maybe join that. That third row
Where
could
do
be
you want it
long.
to be?
The third
Maybe
row could
5
go.
teams.
He wants the
Chargers
Chargers and
and
the
the-
Seahawks on the same row.
I didn't see any of Bruce's takes coming. Not one.
Okay.
We're
You
in.
thought I was just going home.
It was very interesting. I didn't know you were a Chargers guy.
I'm
the Mike McDaniel guy, but you
that's
stole.
not a fandom thing. I think they're going to be good this year.
Okay. I don't. Texans.
This is just another
No, it's not.
Patriots
No, it's
proxy
not.
war.
I like-
You have to stop waging Patriots proxy wars.
I'm a Texans guy. I might go to Houston.
You're like Erling Haaland.
I love Tech. I might get a Cowboy hat. I'll become the Texans guy. All right, here's the thing about the Texans. They're on the same row as the Chargers. Justin Herbert has yet to win a playoff game. It's been 6 years, going into 7. CJ Stroud's
How
like,
CJ looked last year.
well, CJ Stroud consistently wins playoff games. Does it look pretty when he leaves? No, it doesn't look pretty when anybody leaves. But won a playoff game in each of the last 3 seasons. It's the standard of excellence, the Bills and the Texans. They win a game and then they kind of hit their ceiling.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. I don't know if that's CJ Stroud take as much as Texans take, but I
That's
like
the Texans, he's on
Yeah,
the
that's
team.
fine. Yeah, it's fine.
That's not Justin Herbert. I'm just saying
Yeah,
he's done
it's
more
fine.
than Justin
It's good.
Herbert. You're saying, oh, well, he doesn't belong on same scale with the mighty Buffalo Bills. You're probably right. The Texans probably deserve to be ahead of the Bills, considering that Josh Allen can't beat the Texans. In fact, no real quarterback can beat the Texans. Josh Allen's 1-4 against the Texans.
This is
This is Josh made this.
Stafford kills him.
This is chronological order, okay? This is chronological.
This is a
This is the beginning of their year. It's not. It's beginning of the year.
Those are
the end of the year.
interesting.
That's what I'm saying. Stafford came out absolutely cooking. Baker did okay. Trevor, that's their 2 games against the Texans. Darnold did okay. Bo Nix, not so much. Josh Allen was horrible in that game. He had threw 2 interceptions, and that's the game. I think it was on Thursday night game. He had 8 sacks for 70 yards, one of the worst games of his career. How did he do the previous year? Oh, thanks for asking. That's when he went 9 for 30 and had 131 yards. Patrick Mahomes there, that quarterback rating can't even drink. 19.8. Hey, can I get a beer? Can I see an ID? Oh, I gotta leave. 19.8 is wild.
Yourself.
19.8 is a wild.
I remember
quarterback rating.
that game. Yes, 19.8.
That's the game
Herbert.
Andy went for it on 4th down.
Yeah, the Rodgers, obviously he couldn't do anything against the pass rush. And Drake May, it was raining, it was cold, you're in New England. Look, did he have 100 passer rating? He did, but still.
Is that the game he had 4 fumbles?
The ball's slippery, sure.
Is that incorporated in passer rating?
Quickly on CJ.
Yeah.
Nico Collins, another friend of the show, a big day for
He
Frank.
actually is a friend.
He's a friend of the show. He's on during the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
He missed that Patriots game.
You love these win targeting.
Well, you got to target a guy.
You love them.
Well, he wasn't there, so it hurt CJ. CJ was hurt. He missed Nico Collins. Tank Dell was out there. Did we pull that video of Tank Dell running around? He looks good, so I'm rooting for Tank Dell.
I am rooting for Tank Dell. That was a terrible injury.
Yeah, so he looks good. And then their offensive line. They got Wyatt Teller from Cleveland, Braden Smith from the Colts. Their first-round pick was from Georgia Tech. So hopefully that offensive line can protect CJ.
Not a bad one.
Here's the
I'm
only
moving
problem.
the Texans way up. And again, it's defense wins championships.
Yeah, that's great.
I'm a Texans guy.
Here's the problem. So, Brew, I was a little late to work today. I actually wasn't that late, but I missed the meeting today.
Yep.
Because I had doctor's appointments. Annual physical. Everybody, guys out there, don't go to the doctor enough. Go to the doctor.
That's me. I don't go.
I just had mine.
Did he really?
For you,
Yep.
Kato.
Did he make
Good
the
for you,
meeting?
Brew.
Didn't even know.
And so I wasn't there for the meeting, and I walked from the doctor's appointment to here. On my walk, I get a little text. I'm not telling you from who.
Good.
Someone on the staff. Tiers had not yet been sent in.
I don't need to do that.
And I get a text, bro. Check the rundown doc. I open the phone, Google Doc, check it.
Who did this, first of all?
Check it. Tiers not yet in there. Under tiers, Kevin, move the Texans up. He didn't even know where they were going to be.
Doesn't matter. I'll go to a restaurant like I'm having the chicken
What if
parm.
they had been
I
on
don't even
the
know if it's on the
second-
menu.
It's
I
not-
want the chicken parm.
No,
I don't-
that's-
oh, this one's with arugula.
No,
this one's with
it's not
saffron rice.
pre-order.
I don't know.
It's
I'm
not
getting
like
it.
pre-ordering. It's like before the food gets there saying steak's overcooked. It's a critique of something you haven't yet seen.
No one believes
You've
in the
been doing
Texans.
that a lot.
A lot.
Did-
Guys,
You just
I
did it.
I need to start working. I got 10 graphics out here. You're giving out bonus tapes. I had to write that Mahomes drinking joke. There's Jalen Hurts, underrated. We could do this for the last 10 years. Going back to high school.